Welcome, friends, to Roundhouse Roundup Episode 11. With the help of the very expensive Thothatron 9000, let's go through the day's events. So, October 1st is the day that Injustice is getting the balance patch that we've all been waiting for because Superman is getting Batman is going and Black Adam is going but he didn't need it, but he's getting anyway. If you're not one of those three characters, you're probably getting buffed. Except for, I think Raven has no changes at all, which is... I've never seen anyone play Raven. Ever. Anyway, we still don't know who the last two characters are, but it's going to be nice to not have to deal with Superman spamming long-range attacks anymore. Not that I'm rallying against spamming, I mean, you do what it takes to win, but that is a tough fight. Speaking of Injustice, Game of the Year edition is rumored for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Maybe Wii U, I didn't see that one in there. But also rumored for the Vita as well. Now, Mortal Kombat came out on the Vita and did fairly well for a Vita game. But the other big news is that it also could be coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Are you going to get it on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One if you're picking up one of those systems? I am. It's going to be the Game of the Year edition, so probably it's going to come with all the DLC. That'll be fun. Again, a rumor at this time, but very likely to be true. What do we got left on the docket? Oh, yeah! Girl Fight is out. It's out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It's a $15 download, and or is it $10? See, that's the thing. I don't know, because I didn't buy it. I have the demo, and yesterday at Wednesday Night Fights, I asked 25 people or so if they had downloaded Girl Fight, and most of them had either said, oh, that came out, or what's Girl Fight, or no. So in the competitive market, we're looking at a 0% penetration rate. Maybe it's secretly one of those games that's like good on the download, like poverty good. There's a term here that I'm forgetting that'd be really, really funny if I could remember it. But I just get the feeling that all our fears are probably true. And we'll see about that. Also in other news, Phantom Breaker Extra is out according to MajorNelson.com on Xbox 360. Except it's not. There is no trace of the game anywhere on the Xbox Live Marketplace. Phantom Breaker, as you may or may not remember, most likely on the may not side of things, is a 2D fighting game that was supposed to be published in America by 760 Games sometime in 2011, and then got delayed to 2012, and it got delayed, and who knows where it is. Funny enough, there's an Xbox Live Arcade spin-off side-scrolling game that you can play, but the actual game is nowhere to be seen. And I guess that continues to be the case. And finally, you probably know that Persona 4 Arena is getting a arcade update that adds Junpei and Yukari from Persona 3 as playable characters. It's also getting a third brand new character called Sho Minazuki, who is probably going to be the main character for this episode of Persona 4 Arena. As you know, Labris was a big character in the original Persona 4 Arena, so this brand new character is probably going to advance the story a long way. The big news is the name. They're not calling it Persona 4 Arena Champion Edition or Super Persona 4 Arena. Hold your shit. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold. Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold. I think they can't get any better, and they do. It's really fantastic. That's all the hard news for this week, but there was an idea that someone came up with that's been floating around in the FGC, which is a new tournament format. Right now, as you know, pretty much every fighting game tournament is double elimination, best 2 sets out of 3, maybe 3 out of 5 for certain games, or finals of games. But we haven't really changed that format in 15 years, more than that. And someone brought up the idea of doing something like League of Legends does, and that's character bans. If you've ever played a ranked game of League of Legends, each side gets to ban 3 characters, and that means the other team, either team cannot pick those characters, and the banning is done before each team picks. So they're saying, for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, maybe each player gets to ban someone, and then they have to make their characters without, their teams without either of that character. A lot of people are like, oh, that's not traditional. Oh, you know, it's like scrubbing out. Here's my thought. Have you tried it? Has it been tried? People are knocking something because they're afraid to try it because they don't like it, but what if it gets too popular and then people like it, and then these people, other people that didn't like it, are sad because it got popular? I think every idea is worth a try, especially with the FGC and esports getting more and more popular. I think we need to try new things and try new ideas, and new tournament formats would certainly be awesome. Certainly, best of 10s are fun for big rivalries. Anyone catch the Daigo Infiltration first to 10, where Daigo took Infiltration apart? That's fun, and that's different. It's first to 10. It's not a tournament. Changing the tournament format is nothing but a bonus. It's just that someone who runs a big enough tournament has to maybe run it as a side event, see how people like it, and just give it a try, but it has to be tried on a large enough scale that it gets some widespread exposure, and then we can judge it. But someone's got to try. I hope somebody does. I hope it happens sometime next year. I don't think we're going to have any big tournaments that are going to do this before the end of the year. That's my thoughts on that. Give it a try. Keep it here for all the news, views, just like the one I just did. I had a view. We had fun, didn't we? It's a fun view. I had fun. And I also do reviews and ews. Those are important, except if the food's good, you don't say ew. This is just awful. See, I have no one telling me to wrap this up. I'm alone here in my apartment, and no one's telling me to wrap it up. The internal voice in my head is. I could be stopped talking right now. I'm still going. Okay, now I'm wrapping it up. Keep it here on GamerHorizon.com.